Okay, here in this lesson we're going to learn how to format a table, changing the physical appearance and layout of the table itself and the text that goes into it. So this lesson we're actually going to use a file that's already been created. So you would need to come back here to your online Introduction to Office Productivity course folder and come down here to your Student Data Files folder. And the textbook I'm taking this from is actually Lesson 6. So you would have to click on the Lesson 6 folder, and the file that they want you to open is called Clients. So it's this one right here. Now again, I am going to do mine a little bit different. I want to copy this folder to, or copy this file to, that folder where I've been putting all of my files. And again, I think I named it My Work. And I just want to copy it there. That way I've got the original file, and then I will have a copy of it. And now when I go back to that folder, and again, you don't have to do this, but I'm just doing it because I think that, again, I like having a copy of the original file in case something goes wrong. So I'm going to come back here to this folder that I've created for myself. Here's the file. I click it, I open it, and we are ready to resume as soon as this loads up. So we've got this table here, and the first thing we want to do is we want to apply a style to this table. Now, a style is a pre-designed I guess appearance, if you will, that you can apply to a table that's already been, it comes with Microsoft Word, even the online version. So what you have to do is to click somewhere inside this table. Now again, this is going to be one of the things that I may find out as I make this lesson, that I may have to go back and change my directions a little bit. But if you come up inside and click inside the table, we've got the Table Design tab up here. So I want to click on this Table Design tab, and up here I've got this group for the table styles, and I've got this arrow right here that I can click, and it's got different table styles that are available to me. Now, because this is the online version of this table, I don't have nearly as many options available to me as the desktop version of Microsoft Word does. Now, they tell me to select a style that's called Grid Table 3 Accent 3. And it looks like all I have is Grid Table 3. I don't have the different accents. And what that would be is, instead of this, this one, and it kind of uses different shades of blue and white, you would have different accents. It might be orange or green or purple or whatnot. So we're just going to stick with this. And when we do this, I'm going to click on it, and then you see how this table changes to this pre-designed layout. And I want to come over here real quick. I want to see if this will work, if I can. Okay. I've got these over here, and again, this is a little bit different than what I'm working with, but you could come over here and click Change Colors. Let's see, Grid Table 3, Accent 3. Let me change this to Olive Green Accent 3. Let me see what happens. Okay. And I know this lesson, and it's definitely supposed to use something like this. So here you're going to have to use a combination of buttons, because you've got Grid Style 3 and then Accent 3, which in the desktop version of this program, you'd see them all there. So here you just got to click an extra button. So that's not a big deal. All right, so that's how you apply a style to a table. So the next thing we want to do is, and let's see here. Now I want to look at this real quick, because I don't think we can do this next step, modifying a table style. And what they're wanting us to do here, we cannot do. I just looked. So let me look down on the next thing that we can do here. And let's see here. And actually, let me pause this. Let me pause the video for just a moment. Okay, so after a brief pause, I figured out what we need to do next. We want to change the appearance of the text that's in this first column of this table. So what we have to do is if you take your mouse and you move it on top of this first column here, you notice how your arrow changes? Well, this arrow changes to this arrow pointing down. If you click this, this will allow you to select all of the text that's in this first column. If you'll look down here, you'll see that this is page 2 of 2. So it did select that entire document. And what they want you to do is to change the font. So I can right click on top of this selection, or I could go back under Home and go to the toolbar. And they want us to change this to a font called Garamond. I think it is Garamond. And I'm going to have to scroll down because if I remember correctly, I can't just start typing the name like I can in the desktop version of this. And you see how when I do that, the text changes. And I also want to change the font size to 12. And again, because we're doing this online, it's going to take an extra second or so to process. And then they also want us to make it bold and italics. And you see how these changes are being applied. Again, it's because I selected the text that's in the first column because that was the only text that I had selected. That's why this text changed and none of this other text changed. So that is it for this part of the lesson. So now we're going to move on to the next activity.